All right. We should be live. Happy Friday to you. This is September 29th, 2023 Q&A live. Again, this one we're going to keep also pretty brief. It's pretty self-explanatory if your learner was paying attention and if you've had a chance to talk to your young learner. We're talking about money this particular week. And so money is a really great practical thing that almost every person, especially even young people up until adults, once you really talk about something this tangible, all of a sudden the math and especially the arithmetic that you're learning at the math made simple levels in your early elementary stages really can come alive for your kid. So it's an exciting week in that regard for sure. So you're doing money. We talked in our classes about the value of different types of coins, like how a penny is a cent, while a nickel is 5 cents, a dime is 10 cents, etc. And so we looked at, getting familiar of recognizing the difference between a nickel and a dime. Sometimes that can be hard, even for a 7-year-old, when they look so similar to the naked eye, but we talk about the size of them, how much they're worth. And this is a good way that you can count by different intervals, count by fives, count by tens in some cases, and even, to count by quarters, right? Count by 25 and see how that works as far as your discussions. I also would highly encourage you, get out your coins. I mean, most people, I know we're digital in our money a lot of times, but you still have change purses. You still have a money, I don't know, a piggy bank or something. Get them out and let them play with it. Let them touch it. Hand them different amounts of coins this week as a way to kind of see if they can give you the change in a situation, or maybe play like you're going to the grocery store. There's lots of things you can do on top of this week's activity. But one of the things I just wanted to highlight in the Q&A and talk about that you should see, you have a lot of options as far as weekly tasks, right? Of course, you have the two, I think it was online. We had one that was an online quiz. Another one was more like a game, but both of them are asking money questions in a variety of ways, right? And so that'll give you fast, instant feedback. But then there's also two documents, I want to say, from the K5 learning curriculum that show some images. And, because I'm doing the live stream, I don't have the ability, at least right now, to where I can share screen and do some of the things I can with the recordings. But if you look right here, this is basically the printout of it. I thought I would maybe just put it up on camera, right? And so do a pretty good job of showing what, the different coins look like. And so this is obviously, just some practice counting the change, counting the coins. Talk about, okay, that's a penny over here. We got a quarter. How much is that worth? And just seeing if they can do the addition skills, maybe spiral review, right? Do some regrouping if necessary, or maybe see if they can do some mental math. It really just adapt it to your learner, but see if they can count and find out how much money this really would be, right? So you got, a penny here, you got a quarter here, you got a nickel, that's a penny, that's 1 cent, 25, 5 cent, 1 cent, 10, 10, and 5 cents. Again, had them add them up different ways, maybe group the pennies together, but eventually, I think on this page, you might not see it, but on the second page of this document, which you can print out this week, so you can have an answer key to kind of go through it quicker as the parent, you should see that comes out to 57 cents. So make sure they're used to, the writing as far as how money looks and how the association between decimals and money are very, closely related, right? And so you can go through each of these, and this is just an activity. There's a couple of them we have here where I just want the kid to know how much money that is, how many cents we're dealing with here, right? As you go through this week's online modules, you'll see a few more nuanced questions where they might show a certain number of coins, and they'll have a situation where they might have to give people change back, right? Or maybe they had to spend some money, and we want to find out how much are they going to have left, right? Well, there's subtraction for you. And so it's really doing the math skills in a tangible way that most people can relate with. Like I said, something about bringing up money, it gets people's attention, even young people as young as 7, and all of a sudden they can concentrate on it at a level that maybe they couldn't before, right? And so there's two of these. I just wanted to emphasize, you have one where that's just counting money, and then just a couple different rounds. Depending on the level of your learner, they might go through it quicker or slower. So I wanted to give you a couple different activities there in case they go through one faster than the other. So you can take a picture of this and email it back before next week's session. But then, of course, you got it. So if I'm not mistaken, if you're in the money section, that first week of the money section, you should have 2 online assessments and including 2 PDFs. So that's like 4 things altogether. and just let me know how it goes and give me some feedback when we're in our live session, maybe before our class or during, even is fine as well. And let's just see what went well. Maybe they're good at identifying the coins, but they're not as good at counting the coins. Maybe they're great at counting the money, but if it's more like a real life situation where they have to give change back or actually spend some, deciding, is that a subtraction problem really, right? Or is that an addition problem? And so maybe that came up to be an issue, and that's an area where you can work, right? And so we're trying to measure what they know well and also measure what they don't know well, so we can go in and remediate as needed and optimize their abilities. That's what it's really all about. So this live is just a quick little touch up on what you're really doing this week. Not super complicated. So I just want to encourage you to go for it. If you haven't gotten to it yet, I know you probably have a few days. Enjoy your weekend, but we're going to be looking at change, identifying how many cents each one represents, being able to add, count them, and really put you through a whole bunch of situations. Your learner to get used to money and see how the addition, how the math works in a very everyday type thing, like spending money, and really what it takes to be an adult, right? To grow up and mature. So anyway, I'm going to keep it real short on this one. You can watch the replay, but just look for that. Sometimes in the emails, it can be easy to not notice, oh, there was another link to something else we could have done. And so it has nice, good printouts there. And the coins, see if they can recognize them, but you use your manipulatives. I would say real money that's from a purse is like a good manipulative, and hopefully that'll be enriching and move the needle as well. All right. So I love you guys. We're keeping it real short. I mean, shoot, this is probably only a 6-minute live, but like I said, that's really all I wanted to touch up on. And good luck this week. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one.